Di mana?
Madam?
Thank you very much.
Apa sih?
Just only signs, madam.
Here,
Here.
there. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes.
This me. And delegates here. Yes.
Okay. Hello.
Mr. Vice Governor, so nice to see you again. Thank you very much for receiving us. May I introduce the very important delegation that we have from the Wellenberg family.
Hello, I'm Jake.
Jacob Wellenberg.
Very nice meeting
From
you.
the Wellenberg family investor group, and Mr. Marcus Wellenberg. And CEO of Saab, Unggah. And the senior advisor to the Saab company, Wellenberg. And the senior advisor to the Wellenberg family, Niklas Karlström. And my deputy, Daniel Johansson, was with us.
Yes.
We met already, so I have your card already.
Thank you. Today is a very important delegation. I have vividly mentioned many times we have had the King, we have had the Prime Minister, but actually this is perhaps the most important visit because the Wellenberg family and the distinguished number, well, top representatives, absolute top representatives of the Wellenberg family, their history in Sweden, in the world, goes back to a long time, but you can say it started with a very important bank, 1852, and after that they have developed so many Swedish companies that are globally active all over the world. And the investor group was founded in 1916, and there are many, many Swedish companies in their control, and they own a great part of them. A very important part is Saab, the very, very high technology company who can provide Indonesia and the world with both civil and defense high technology. CEO Basuki is a very good representative of Saab. And
I've seen in the show, in defense show in Indonesia, the product.
yes, and then in your city, Mr. Vice Governor, you have a lot of cars and you have a lot of motorbikes, and SKF is also in the Wellenberg group, SKF with the Swedish innovation, the ball bearing, another example. And then we have Ericsson, of course, a very, very important telecom company in the world, and here also very big in Indonesia.
I know many products, good products.
And Electrolux.
Like Electrolux.
Yeah, the refrigerators.
We used that.
The cell phone is a Swedish innovation.
Yeah. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
We're very happy with the development in the Indonesian market.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Especially kitchen
Well,
set.
all of this. And then in the energy sector, Asea Brown Boveri, ABB, and mining, Atlas Copco, also in healthcare, Atlas Copco actually. Well, the purpose of the meetings here for 2 days and a half of the Wellenberg Group is to learn more about the impressive development that they have been following over the last decade. And we have meetings with the President, hopefully, with several ministers. We just came from a meeting with the Minister of Defense. And of course, also a lot of distinguished representatives of the business and private sector here in order to see where partnerships can be done. But last but not least, they are very impressed about what is going on in Jakarta and the dynamic leadership of both Governor Widodo and you, Vice Governor Ahok. And we are here to see if we can fill in with several of the needs in the city. And therefore, I would like now to, of course, give the word to more explore and ask the questions from the Wellenberg family side. But thank you again for receiving us. And you have been so kind to us. We had the Prime Minister meeting the Governor in November. We had a meeting now with you about 2 weeks ago with Mats Stenninger, who was preparing for the visit of the President to Sweden. So this is now a row in a very short term of visits to you and your government. government here in Jakarta.
And thank you for this very like us here have to have a good implementation
Yes.
for many meetings of us, especially for the Sweden government and company. They want to support us, like electric bajai is very interesting.
We have the electric
Yeah.
car, a Swedish innovation.
Now we want to implement is ERP, electronic pricing, including for like electronic law enforcement.
Yes.
That's why today I accompanied by Mewakili to introduce is a Sony.
Excellent.
Sony is
The head of ITS.
the head of ITS here. We have an intelligent transportation system.
Yes.
Mr. Sony is a person in charge to this system.
Excellent.
We still want to invite many company to investment bidder,
Yes.
become an investment bidding
Yeah.
in this ERP system. I don't know how many company we have looked at the Singapore model and
Yes, but Sonny was in Stockholm recently
Yeah,
Yeah.
to study this. Excellent that you're here now with us. That's the Swedish Austrian company Kapsch, who have provided also Singapore, as you mentioned, and
Yeah.
we would love to provide also Jakarta and many other cities with the electric toll road pricing system.
yeah, I think this for investment is
Yes?
ERP. We need the ERP investment in the whole Jakarta. We want to make this Jakarta become a smart city, like your Ericsson. Like I don't know how to say it. Micro cell system.
The cell phone, something like that, we have the test station because like now use LTE. So
Yes.
the pole is not so high, just very. So the pole is enough to support this LTE. I think LTE we cannot avoid it. We have to go there. Right now it's 2G, 3G, 3.5. We need the real 4G, so more efficient. That's a big business if you want something.
Now Jakarta telecommunication only 3G.
Yes.
We will not yet use the 4G.
The real 4G.
But
That's
we
why
can provide that.
the infrastructure is already until the whole district already has a fiber optic. We hope at the end of this June, the whole sub-district, we already have a fiber optic infrastructure to support all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we need a technology like a ERP.
Is the fiber optic the network owned by the
Network.
government? So it's a central asset?
Not the center asset. This is a private company, but we make an agreement. Part of them, they grant to us.
They give us some cores of the fiber
Some
optic.
cores,
Yes,
yeah.
we give the permit and they give us several cores of the fiber optic for us, up to us to use it. Because we don't have so much money to make investment like that.
And
But
yeah.
a lot of investments can be done with the subsidies that should be taken away from the governmental budgets, and we know that you are in negotiations with your government about financing all this for the capital of Indonesia. And we also have financing solutions, as we have presented with the Swedish Export Credit Guarantee Board and the Swedish governmental banks. But of course, the representatives of the Wellenberg family has one of the most important banks in their group, also SEB Bank.
Vice Governor, let me just explain a little bit about our group. We are both in the financial and the industrial side, but we are primarily working with companies with quite a high technology content. So I think it's interesting for us to understand your priorities in your infrastructure investments of Jakarta. Because I mean, in certain areas, I think we probably can be quite helpful. For example, Saab is quite active, and I can ask Mr. Basuki to tell you a little bit about it, in civil security questions, communications in the civil field, as an example, air traffic control and so on. Perhaps you want to have a little chat about that.
Yes, Vice Governor, for a long period we have been developing defense products, and one idea that we have had is to make spin-off to the civil security side, to utilize the rather big R&D and the advanced R&D that we are doing in the defense area, but also utilizing that in the civil security. So, for example, we are supplying the Swedish fire brigades, police, ambulance in the whole of Sweden with a communication system called Rekam. That means that they don't have a jamming problem with the rest of the net, or if there are a situation where you have a virus attack or whatsoever. So it's a separate communication system that always enable those units in the government to have the right capacity. We do command and control for the same units, very intelligent system where you can optimize your resources from which type of accident or what is needed, and also where you have your resources available. So it's an iterative system with logic, and it helps to save resources and save life. Another thing we do, if you take Arlanda or Copenhagen Airport, the whole civil security is done by us. But also we are in the field...
On the technology side.
Technology side, yes. But we also are in the field of air traffic management and traffic management. Everything from air traffic management in the air, on the airports, but also how to coordinate traffic flows to and from airports with cars and everything, to optimize everything. So that's something we have developed from the logic of utilizing resources from the defense industry. And then we have another very important product, we call it 3D mapping. We can fly over, say, Jakarta. Say it will take us 6 hours. Then you will have a 3D map over your city in, say, 1 day.
Sorry, we already have 3D map.
For this 3D map, I think we already have, but I think this one is the cutting edge technology, and
yes,
maybe we can explore about this later on.
I think what is good with this system is it's very rapid. You can do it fast. You have it it's fixed to the longitude and latitude, so it's always measurable according to a map.
But excuse me, you said the 3 hours to do it, and then by plane or by satellite or whatever?
Plane.
Yes,
You fly over.
And another thing what is very interesting though is that if you fly over once, you can detect all the changes if you fly another time, and you can do maps with the flooding. You can simulate if you have a flooding, what areas will be impact, not impact. This is basically a system we have developed from our research when it comes to navigation for our cruising missiles. So we do a lot within civil security.
Do you already have a local company to work together?
No, we don't.
We don't
Not
have
here.
that. No.
Not here.
But we have started up, so we have 8 employees here in Jakarta now. Of course, one aim of this trip is to find partners, and so we haven't.
You know, the government has a company Penas, PT Penas. PT Penas is a central government company.
Okay.
Yes.
Their business is to do this. The director is the Budi Satarjen. Rati yang Ragawati punya suami itu.
Is it a state-owned enterprise?
A state-owned enterprise.
Yes.
PT
Okay.
Penas.
Yes.
Yes. Especially to do this
Yes.
project, but still not yet have a 3D.
No, but what Saab is doing is that when they do the 3D mapping, they integrate that
Yeah.
with the management system of all the rescue services. So, and the location of the rescue units, all that is presented in the 3D mapping, so you know exactly where everybody is, and where you have all the... Yeah.
And also you can do buildings. So for example, you can do full 3D map, for example, of a hotel. So if you have an issue on a hotel, a fire, you can, when you go there, you can already simulate the way how you need to.
Excuse me, for that, you have the package, the complete package,
Yes.
to do simulations.
Yeah,
and
everything.
Yes.
Everything.
So in one package.
Including the traffic management.
Ya.
And-
Nanti kan BNPB, jadi dia simulasi kalau begini banjir escape kemana, evakuasi kemana. Kalau sebenarnya sih buat lebih bagus buat prevention, bagus, jadi kita bisa mencegah. BNPB sebenarnya.
But this also useful for the traffic
Yeah.
management.
Yeah, of course, you
Yes.
can utilize it in that perspective as well.
Well, this is very interesting to see these possibilities. And we were so happy to get this meeting just now after coming from the Ministry of Defense. So I had not had time to just explain briefly to the Swedish delegation that the governor expressed after this meeting with the Prime Minister in a letter 3 areas of special interest. And this was the public transportation, and of course traffic control is included in that. And then also public health care, and then waste management. And now, no, not waste. Sewage, yeah. And then with the ERP that you are talking vividly about here, we have the Swedish company coming next week, the Kapsch company, so we can fill in on that. And then for the public transportation, we have the Volvo and Scania presentations, and I see more and more now in the media, anyhow, that you are going towards the bus system.
We want to increase 1,000 articulated bus this year.
Yes. So that is, of course, also very important. Very recently, Scania was in the Wellenberg group for the buses.
Scania is also Sweden.
Yes.
We owned Scania for many years. We still have people engaged at the board level. It's now owned by Volkswagen, but it's the highest the highest quality product you can find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have scheduled to visit Swedia in December.
Yes.
2011.
Okay, but we will reschedule then.
Yeah, I go to your embassy
Yes.
to take see many Scania, many product there in your embassy.
I see.
But I got I don't know what kind of virus. I could not go. No, I already got here.
Well, I hope you
December,
and your governor could come with the president.
I was a national parliament member. We went to visit there.
Yes.
It's a legislation product. I forgot what's the
Well,
word.
would you like to come? We will organize a visit, and then with the
I
president.
think now it's more important.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Please,
The technique.
you're welcome.
Yes.
When I was a parliament member, still have many idle time, so many
I know.
visits.
No, but President Yudhoyono is going for a very important visit to Sweden, 29th of May. And there, I'm sure he would like to bring the governor and the vice governor of Jakarta. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I think they like talking about this 3-dimension.
Okay, I
More than
think
willing
we
to.
can.
Or a
Like
sep- or a
a
separate-
consensus.
program.
I think Sony maybe in touch with me.
Okay, siap.
I think Mr.
Yes.
Sony will be the
Yes.
person in touch to this project, so you could talk more intensely about
Yes.
this.
And to identify the flooding is also something that you mentioned. This is a very political, keen interest in the city here, isn't it, Mr. Vice Governor?
You see, this
Immediate.
is another problem for our trade warrant police department. Always bring a gun in.
We feel very protected.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not a good for a negotiation. You bring a gun, we don't bring it.
We're not nervous yet.
Well, so what else could we offer or look into? What about healthcare?
Yeah, healthcare is also very.
Education is something that you spend a lot of time on, I guess.
Yeah, our focus is for healthcare and education. Another is for lower cost housing apartment. But we not yet put maybe technology like house appliance. We not yet put a technology like Sweden in our low cost apartment. Yeah, I think still not yet reach this level to apply this. But we want to do is like the health hospital, maybe in-house training.
Yes.
Could help us, like fire squad.
Yes.
Fire brigade.
Yes.
Yeah.
We do a lot of training. We have training camps. We are training police, firefighters. We have a special system for that. It's the same one that we're utilizing for the armed forces training. Last year we trained 21,000 British soldiers. We are building up a total camp. But then you can also detect people, how they work, and then you can look into how people act afterwards. So we can also show you that when we.
Maybe you could send us your trainers more easily.
Yeah, we can.
Send here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The government help us to increase our capacity building there.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
On the educational side, what's your ambition in Jakarta? Broader or general education?
Our struggle is today is how to make the equal quality for the whole school. And talking about the education, we're really under the central government policy.
Yeah.
Like the curriculum, anything they depend on them.
Sure.
That's why we could not do any special agreement with the other country about this.
Excuse me, if possible, you have any scholarship for us, especially for the how to increase the capacity building, the knowledge of maybe the government officer, maybe the best student. I think it's we please if you can give us something like that. So
Okay.
I think it's two small things.
well, and
Talking about scholarship.
Package.
Package.
Yes.
Yeah, but what we want is we talk to the central government how we could make our graduates the same quality with youth. That's very important. But it's talking about the curriculum. Very different. Methods curriculum with the Europe or American. It's very different.
Yes.
Now, if you said we like to copy like Sweden, how to curriculum about the education, but we could not do this. This is a central government authority to do this.
But perhaps private schools, private universities in Jakarta city would be an asset for the city, so investment there is perhaps of interest.
Like Germany, in BSD,
Yes.
it's very good university and school. They develop.
Yes.
So most of them could work together, business, industry, and the university. It's very good for the research, everything like that. And Germany do this
Yeah,
in
incubator and science
BSD circle. Yeah.
Yes.
We have a company that works with schools management. You know, if the government in a local city decides to build a school somewhere, this company comes in and helps out in managing the school according to the curriculum in that country, helping out with building the resources for teachers and being really helpful in the, and they have done that in other countries as well, not only in Sweden.
I think this is interesting.
Yeah.
You could sense and could work with our education department.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could, when you want to develop school, the management, you just put the, from Sweden
Yes.
in our school. They will give
They
us.
have a system, and they usually develop it locally together with their partner in the country by itself. So, for example, they built they have, the British government has built 2 schools, which is managed by this company. Oh, they also done the same thing in New York.
Iya, aku ada. I read this.
Mungkin kita bisa minta sesuatu, we can ask them to build something to help our education better. Yeah.
Stop directly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank
Yes,
you. We heard that you have a foundation, and you always give assistance to education in your country and all around the world. So, if you think there's another thing that you can do to make our education better here, let's say to help our teachers get to a more higher education, that would be good for us instead of vice donor. Yeah. Maybe we can explore this more.
But we could not let the company to manage this.
Yeah,
Different.
not in that,
Not the company.
not in that way. Maybe we can find another way.
Yeah, some kind of package. It's a keen interest from your side.
Yeah.
That's very clear. When Håkan Buske mentioned the ambulance system that you have, I think that is something that would be very interesting for Jakarta.
Like call a 911 ambulance system.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
We just apply this. We just in the tryout, maybe not more than 2 weeks. Yeah. Yes, call, but not yet work very well. We just only have 4 seats to
Yes.
receive the phone call, and all the ambulance not yet have a GPS to control it.
We need a lead management to get the best lead management.
I think this is very interesting. I think Pak Sony could be present in touch to this
We have
project about ambulance system.
Yes.
And another thing that we have that is extremely useful is we have a system called Tactical that you can link in if you have a radio or if you have a mobile phone or the fixed net, and put in all the communication into one platform. That means that you can talk in a cell phone to a guy using a normal walkie-talkie.
For this one platform, you already have the system. Your system is
Safe.
put
Yeah.
all in one platform.
Yes.
It's very easy.
Safe.
Yeah, I think Pak Sony have to try.
Because we already have a content, use a tetra here.
Okay.
We have already tetra communication. We want to optimize that one because there's a but analog one we cannot use it because we don't do the army right now. This one we use the tracking.
Okay.
Because right now the
You can,
communication company always hit the frequency. We just have the
Okay.
this tetra, the rest sell to them.
Pak Sony, I think you have to invite this company to visit your office.
Yeah, please.
We have a
But not tomorrow. Tomorrow nyepi.
No,
yeah. He came from Bali. He came from Bali. That's why tomorrow very important.
Yes. Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Yes.
I think what today you could go there if you want.
If you want.
From company.
Well,
We have a system,
yeah. Well.
a traffic control management system,
Okay.
and another building.
5 minutes from here.
Yes.
Okay.
We have been visiting there with
Oh,
the
yes,
Vice
yes.
Minister Bad Stendinger
Oh.
about
Is it ITS?
2 months ago.
No, not in the police.
Yes,
Sorry,
for them.
Yeah.
Abdul Mois, you
Yes.
see the control, the traffic, or the traffic control?
Yes, it was very
Oh, yeah.
impressive, very impressive. But of course, very important
Maybe you
for
could
some to see.
optimize
Yes.
this system.
Yes,
Can we do it like this? I would be more than happy to do that, but this afternoon...
Yeah, we're
We
very
have another
tight.
meeting.
it's just
Very
there is
nice.
no centimeter left.
No. I would
No
be more than
minutes
happy
either.
to send, first of all, our local representative. That
Yeah,
we
local
have.
representative.
But then we will send down the experts whenever it's suitable for you.
But send your best people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your ordinary people.
But Sonny, give your business card.
We only have best people.
Yes,
But Sonny, you give your business card, cell phone number.
yes,
that's
yes.
Have you organized that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we could provide Jakarta with that system, the ambulance system, with the Scania and Volvo buses, and with the ERP couch toll road system, and with the regional trains that you now are developing, and we are developing with Peter
I know.
with Inca.
So I was
We
not
Bombardier
underscope
Sweden,
right now.
which is
Very,
true.
very
This is
big
Sweden.
crane. I work in the mining area from
Yes.
my grandfather.
I see.
That's why we know very well about Atlas. You know, the first time we know about this, how to say, it's a dredger, we don't know how to say dredger, we just call Atlas.
That's good to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this water,
Yeah.
we call it aqua.
Yeah.
Every mineral water we call it aqua, but aqua is a brand.
Yes.
The same.
Yes.
If you talk with my friends, the same, like me in Belitung, we call this, what is this? The excavator, we call it Atlas.
Isn't that fantastic? Yes.
Because the name
Atlas
Atlas.
is really famous.
You know, dredger, the long time is like throw it, is the cable and put it and string, like a string.
Yes.
So there's an Atlas product.
Okay.
Yes.
And now I still was a kid and know the product.
Good.
Yeah,
Atlas.
yeah. Well, yeah, and about healthcare, we will certainly come back. We have a lot of solutions through the Sweet Care system.
How about the bus, articulated bus,
Yeah.
like Scania? This we have to import directly from the Sweden, or you have another country to produce this bus?
Scania is now producing here,
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
can be produced here for immediately. And they are producing since September last year Scania buses, and
They
Volvo.
produce?
Yes, in Jakarta, just
In
outside
Jakarta?
Jakarta.
That's it.
They opened the factory in September. So
Oh, this September?
yeah. Yes, this is excellent. This is because they want to be able to provide you quickly with buses. That's why they
Oh,
opened
they
here.
got Sonic bus kind
Yes,
of.
yes.
But you have a, because we need a CNG engine. But
Yes.
maybe you have a.
They run with the CNG engines for the
Yes.
Scania buses. I know
Yes.
for sure.
Good. Because some company, because they don't have this CNG engine, is
No, they run those in Sweden.
Stockholm.
Yes.
And
They run
all over. They're already.
Yes, Scania truck already the population is many here now.
Yes,
yeah.
Or bring container,
Yes.
many.
yes,
Tin mining Scania.
yes,
Yeah, I think it's time to invest here for the bus.
yes,
We need many bus here.
yes.
Kalau mereka bisa CNG bagus Pak, karena kadang-kadang yang lain nggak habis di situ. Kalau mereka punya kualitasnya pasti lebih.
Dia langsung bisnis itu kan.
Ya, dan local product jadinya.
Yeah, yeah.
So will there be a tender for this again now soon, or how can we fill in? When shall we come?
This
with the
year and next
step?
year we keep, how to say, we keep want to modernize our bus.
Yes. Too many Chinese buses at the moment. They are not high quality enough.
Not because I'm a Chinese descendant, I worry about that.
No, but
Yeah,
the ones that
Some
are tried.
Chinese product cheap, but we're talking about the long
Long run.
run is different. Like we talk about like many product like Chinese and South Korean. We prefer maybe Korean products. Some of the company. The same with the bus. The same with the you see the heavy equipment. Yeah. Until now, still they choose a Japanese company.
Yeah.
Like Komatsu, like
Yes.
Caterpillar, still the number one here.
Yes.
But we believe the bus the same. When you could prove your product is good enough,
Yes. We can.
we better buy more little expensive,
Yes.
but the
Yes.
long
For the
run,
long run,
Yes.
for investigations.
Yes.
more.
And we have a unique opportunity to get national budget focus on Jakarta with President Yudhoyono's visit to Sweden, 27-28 of May. So with this, we see great possibilities to sign MOUs and to get Swedish technology and all what we can offer a bit speeding up the process before this. So it's a good opportunity also for you to put pressure on the national government and Vice Minister Wellenberg Susantono. I know you are negotiating with him about all this.
I don't know what this, because this year election is very busy for the politician in Malaysia for next year general election.
Yes.
I think it's better your representative here to work together with us. This is
Sure.
So what kind of the technical we could do together?
We'll be happy to do that.
What kind of thing we already have you
Yes.
could make to optimize for us. That
Yes.
is,
Yes.
including the specification for the bus. I think you need that specification. Ini bisa kasih.
Yes.
Pak ini bisa kasih. Ada tidak? Minta dong itu specification of the bus. I think I will give it to you.
Oh yes. Yes.
I think now. So you could know what the specification of this
Right.
Yeah.
bus.
Because if you want to join the tender, you should follow the specification that already provided by the committee, something like that.
Yes.
Although your product is good, but it not should.
Should the specification.
Specification.
But we could change the specification.
But
Yeah.
If you could give us advice,
Yes.
this you should like
That's not
this.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
We could change this, but we need to send to the transportation minister
Yes.
to approve.
Yes.
We want to change another specification.
Yes.
Understand.
Yes. Very important. Yeah. Yeah.
I think very important we give you the copy of our specification, the
Excellent.
bus specification. You could learn from that.
And yes. And then the bus companies will come
Thank you.
and present their offer.
Email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already have
Yes.
email? Your email? Okay.
Yes.
I forgot to introduce Mr. Tris Bandara. He stayed very long in Holland. I graduated from Trisakti University. So my alumni talked to me. They sent a licensed official here. He's a college lecturer
I
in
see.
the University of Trisakti. He is an expert in transportation.
I see.
And transportation and the civil works. That's why the university sent him here
Yes.
as a licensed official.
Yes.
The companies could help us directly.
Can I understand?
But the governor maybe want to appoint him as a commissioner in our transportation company. Because he in charge many meetings with Singapore, with Hong Kong. That's why the governor said it's better he's in this post, in this commissioner, to help
In the Jakarta
in
city.
Jakarta.
Have you been, sir, to Sweden, to Stockholm, to see the bus transportation urban system in Stockholm, for example?
No.
Not yet. Okay, we will
When
look
you
into
invite
that
us.
certainly.
If you want to go there,
Yeah.
always at Mr. Sonny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go there.
Yes.
Last week, Singapore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You take the bus.
Well,
If I go there, there's no use. I couldn't understand. It's better. They go.
well, I would like briefly then to come back to Governor Jokovi's proposal in his letter. He wanted to found an expert team with representatives of the government here and the private sector, and
Yes.
representatives of the government in Sweden and private sector. So let's start working on how this group can come together very soon. Perhaps this would be an excellent suggestion if you, sir, could be in the
I
group.
think-
Well, that's up to you to decide, of course.
I think Mr. Tris
Yes.
did injustice.
Yes. Yes.
Please,
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
You have sent the specification? Not yet. You send directly, email. You email?
Yes. We will.
Email is
We'll be in
first.
touch. Yes. Well,
Good.
if there are anything
Thank
more,
you.
otherwise, then we would like to say thank you so much
Yeah, thank you
for
this visit.
giving us this great opportunity to discuss the great possibilities that we see between Sweden and Jakarta city coming, and we appreciate your interest and taking your time today.
So we have decided that Mr. Sony and Mr. Tespiantara
Yes.
is the person in charge.
Yes,
Yes.
Very good.
yes.
If anything they don't want to do, just tell me.
I'm not ready enough to do that.
Excellent. So thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Very special ambassador.
Yes,
Very
it is.
nice.
Very good.
Extremely energetic.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Best wishes
Thank you,
to the
Vice
governor.
Governor. Let me give you a book about our grandfather. And he was very active in Atlas Copco.
Very, very
So here is some written about the Atlas, which started like that. And he was the chairman of Atlas Copco for a long time.
Come together.
So
Well,
perhaps
I
you...
don't listen. My father always retiring.
Yeah. So you may have an interest in
Very
this
good.
book.
Thank you very much.
and,
Nice meeting you, sir, again.
read
Thank you.
the-
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, we'll do that.
Santi, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. They both signed.
So this means I not buy this in the bookstore, but you give it to me. If no signature, somebody will think. Horrible for me. It's safe.
Låt oss ta ett kort med båda.
We really call the Radium Atlas. No,
And here's
Thank you very much. I think I have to put like this.
I think you got together with the picture.
Yeah, you can go there. Let me take it.
Photo session, please.
Ikut, Pak Sony ikut aja.
Please, everybody.
Let me take it.
lie down in front of
Yeah.
us because your usual football picture.
Football player, lie down.
Very important.
Okay, everybody smile. 1, 2, 3, go.
How are we doing?
Yeah, great.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
The
very
link
much.
is wide enough for me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Nice meeting you, sir.
See you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.
I will see this with
Thank you again so much. I'm very impressed. You have learned so much.